It just sounds so gaspy when I'm doing it. And
I've discovered a way to play seamlessly when you play two C's next to each other and two G's in the Schumann. I'm going to show you how I do a little bit of pedaling. You'll watch my foot go down on the first C, lift off the second, because it will drag the C across for you, but you're still using the same choreography that you had when you weren't using pedal. When you didn't use pedal, we did this. Forward and falling down and deeper there. And we're still going to use that choreography, but we're going to dab that first C before you play the second one to sustain it a little so it doesn't get a gap or a dry spot. I'm going to still use the same choreography, but I'm going to use a little pedal on that first C and also on the thumb G. So like this. Pedal, no pedal, pedal, no pedal, fade away. So I really helped myself by dabbing the pedal on the first C. I carried it over a little bit so that I can then pick up the second softer C. With the G it was softer than the next G, but it created a seamless continuity because of the pedal over it. And that's what we're going to end up doing, is using a little pedal there. If you put both hands together with the pedal, you get this. Pedal, no pedal, pedal, no pedal there, and fade away. If you do it the second time, same thing, except it's going to a full cadence. Pedal, no pedal, pedal, no pedal, there and then fall to end. So that's basically what we're going to do. It's going to be, the use of the pedal here will really be helpful to create the Romantic era sustain and singing tone. And it will be used sparingly, but if you have a lot of steps, you don't do it. But you can dab different notes to make them warm, particularly where you have harmonic senses of bundles of harmony. Beginning, you won't use it on the steps. This will not be pedaled. But here we pedal, pedal, and pedal. Now pedal the C, fall down to pedal that, and then fall away. Then pedal and pedal and C pedal, no pedal, G pedal deeper in the keys, fall down. So I think that's how we're going to solve the measures that have the two C's next to each other and the two G's next to each other. A little swell there because right then fall away. Right? I wanted a little swell and then I want to fall away. Yeah, so it has more like density in it. It doesn't sound top of the keys anymore. Attention to how you're shaping the clay. It's much more contoured than it was before. Go back to the beginning now and incorporate everything together up to there, and then continue because it's coming back the same thing. Breathe. Wrist. Let that wrist play that last cadence note there. You see that? The slower you go into that 3 with a slow wrist motion, the more it will have that golden melted sound.
Yeah.
I totally do this. That's it. I get just what I want. I can do it in the air. It goes slowly into that 3. Good. That was good. And then this just comes out of it. T on the side. Oh, but it's must be very soft. We can't let that jump out. Nice. That was super better because you had a relationship of the first 2 measures to the second 2 measures. You phrased that very well. These measures now are you really were thoughtful and listening carefully to what you wanted to do, and it worked. Now here, what are you going to do here? Because now we're coming back to the exact pitches of the beginning. In the left hand, so you want to shape it the same way, but it's just abbreviated, right? It's an abbreviated idea, and then we pile up with the same idea on top. So
Yeah.
you're going to come in with the left hand now, and then pile in the right hand overlapping. You got to keep the same shape like you did at the beginning. There's one finger that's jumping out, and I'm going to look at the right hand here. You got to be careful of your 4s jumping out because the 4 is the end of each measure on the offbeat. And if it jumps out, it distorts the falling down waves of sequences, right? There's sequences at that point, are they not?
Right.
This can happen. Be careful of the 4. Can you tuck in your 4 and think more of like waves of sound? Tuck in all the 4s in the right hand when you're coming down. Yeah, because the listener wants to keep hearing the G F sharp like the beginning, and that's going to be twice in the left hand, right? In the left hand, and then it does it again. We don't want to lose that, right? But I think upstairs we have lots of sequences in like 4 groups, dee da da da, dee da da da, and then it finally goes da da da. Oh, but again, he actually does. He does the same thing. He does that. There it is, going up, right? Because this is stepping down, going up, stepping down, going up, stepping down, going up. It's still there. But the way I think of the right hand is I think of swells or rolls or waves of 4 when you get to measure 22. I think of D. Because you have parallel 6 here. These are parallel 6 and they just fall down parallel. Yeah. So there's no more real count. I mean, there's counterpoint, but it's homophonic, which means going at the same rhythm down. Right. So exactly. You take your time.